Hello everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care channel. I'm Dwayne and I'm an NRVIA certified RV inspector. Today we're going to talk about RV electrical adapters. Are they safe for you to use for your 50 amp or your 30 amp RV? For instance, can you plug a 50 amp RV into a 30 amp RV service at the campground pedestal safely? On the other hand, can you take a 30 amp RV and plug that into a 50 amp pedestal or power pedestal and do it safely? Well, let's start with the first scenario. Suppose you have a 50 amp RV and you're plugging that into a 30 amp campground pedestal with an adapter. What does that mean? Well, if you have a 50 amp RV, that simply means that you can run an awful lot of appliances and devices all at the same time. In fact, you can run up to 12,000 watts of power in your RV at the same time safely. Now, when you take that 50 amp RV with all that power capability and you plug that into a 30 amp RV campground pedestal, now the pedestal is only going to be able to provide 30 amps of power to your RV, and that means that it has stepped down to 3,600 watts from 12,000. That's a lot of difference. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that you have to conserve your power usage in your RV. For instance, 2 air conditioners on 30 amps is probably not going to be able to be done. In fact, you may need to be careful about using even 1 air conditioner along with another high wattage device like a microwave oven. You'll find where the threshold is for your particular RV when you're plugging in like this. You'll find out what you can run together and not trip any breakers. But the important thing is this: when you plug that 50 amp RV into the 30 amp service using your adapter, you have to now conserve power. Now let's go to the other scenario. That's where we have a 30 amp RV. We connect that into a 50 amp power pedestal. Well, what does that mean? Is it safe? Yes, it is safe. If you were to plug that 30 amp RV directly into a 50 amp service by some means, yes, that would overwhelm the electrical service of your RV and could be very dangerous. However, since the adapter adjusts the 50 amps down to 30 amps, that's providing the full power that your RV can use safely, because 30 amps provides 3,600 watts of usable power at the same time. Do you have to conserve any power in your RV doing this? Not when you plug a 30 amp RV into a 50 amp service, because you're getting the full amount that your RV can use safely. So in this particular scenario, there's no real change from what you would experience if you were just plugging straight into a 30 amp service. Now let's take this one step further. Let's suppose that you're going on an RV trip and you need to plug in at home and kind of get some things going in the RV in preparation for the trip. A lot of people do this. At home, you'll find that your amperage when you plug in is probably going to be around 20 amps. It could even be as low as 15 amps that you're plugging into. Can you do that safely with another adapter? The answer is yes, you can, but you have really got to conserve your power usage at this point. Remember, we said 50 amps of power provides 12,000 watts of usable power for you at one time in the RV. 30 amps of power provides 3,600 watts of usable power simultaneously, less than a third of the 50 amps. Now you're going to step that down even further to 20 amps, and that's only 2,400 watts of usable continuous power. So I think you can see things are really getting conservative at this point. Air conditioners are pretty much out. You're probably not going to be able to run any air conditioner. And most likely you really should only run the lights, maybe charge up some devices, things along that line. Try to use propane as much as you can instead of electric in these particular scenarios. Well, I hope you enjoyed that information about RV electrical adapters, how they work, and whether they're safe or not. If you did, please like the video. We'd appreciate that. Also, we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. We put out videos like this on a weekly basis, and we'd love to have you subscribe. If you've had any interesting experiences with RV electrical adapters, please comment below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Well, that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.